Behind me, police crews are cleaning up what was left of the accident from earlier today.
It is easy to accidentally pull the trigger.
Builders say using insulated panels like these ones could save homeowners.
We insure our cars.
And we insure the houses that we live in. But how often do we make sure that we are protecting our own lives?
Now here's an idea of what this increase is going to look like. By 2010, to use water, it'll cost you about $40 a month. And by 2019, that'll increase to about $100 a month. This is one of the horses that Front Range rescued a few months ago. Come on. One of the first goals is to get the horses familiarized with humans.
I just got done rafting the Arkansas River, and the main thing to take away from this is with the proper training and equipment, this can be safe. Forest Services personnel are blocking access to the South Rampart shooting range in response to this weekend's accidental shooting death.
What we'll probably do is to form a team from other agencies to actually take a hard look at some of the things such as visitor numbers, days of use, and that type of thing.
The biggest concern for users of this open range is the lack of supervision at a place drawing about 40,000 shooters a year.
We did try to outsource and get somebody to run the range for us, but nobody really wants to do that from an economical standpoint.
Paul Paradis, a certified instructor, says individual safety precautions could have prevented the accident.
Human beings don't act very safely when they multitask.
That's why your primary concern should be keeping your gun pointed in a safe direction.
The second rule that's critical for gun users to remember is not only to keep your finger off of the trigger, but out of the trigger guard, because it is easy to accidentally pull the trigger.
Any type of accident involving loss of life or even property is paramount to us.
Forest Services hopes to make the first fatality in the range's 19 years of operation the last. A 20-year-old Washington State University student comes down with the H1N1 virus, leaving the community concerned what the school is doing to prevent it from spreading.
I'd like to see something done about it so that I don't have to worry as much about her.
But the county did prepare with the pandemic flu plan.
Whitman County has been working with a lot of other county agencies over the last several years to develop plans and how we'd work together with these agencies in case we did have a pandemic. A lot of that planning has been very beneficial as we've confronted how to respond to this H1N1 flu, because it started in Mexico, seemed to spread rapidly into the United States, and because we'd done this planning, we were really ready on how we were going to approach it, kind of messages we were going to get out, and what we do if we had it here.
What people don't realize is that the lives taken by H1N1 influenza is merely a fraction of those taken every year by seasonal flu.
36,000 people in the United States die of seasonal flu. So flu is not trivial.
Washing your hands frequently is one of the biggest and easiest ways that health professionals say you can prevent yourself from getting the H1N1 virus.
And remember, healthy people are less likely to be at risk than the young, elderly, pregnant, and those with medical problems. In Pullman, Danielle DeSilvio, Cable 8 News.
For many people, just playing basketball is hard. But imagine trying to do it in a wheelchair. Today, I learned how.
I joined business professionals from all over the country in the Disabled for a Day event, a challenge for able-bodied people to lose their legs for a day and play sports like basketball and volleyball.
Really taught teamwork, more so than if you had your own two legs out there, and wouldn't trade the experience for anything in the world. It was awesome.
And it's just important to know that people with physical disabilities are still out there achieving their goals.
The group of 40 split into 4 teams and was assigned to a Paralympian captain who made each sport look easy.
I had no idea how she could handle herself. She could probably beat me one-on-one with me standing.
Inspiration, we're always like, oh, not that word again. But I just want to kind of encourage them and empower them to know that they can do it despite having a disability now.
The Hartford Life Company has hosted the event for 6 years, gathering clients, employees, and human resource officers to play and encouraging participants to take what they've learned and utilize it in the workplace.
Becoming disabled is a community that anybody can enter at a moment's notice. And if it should happen to an individual, it's important that they understand that their life is not over.
Well, today definitely wasn't easy, but the whole point was to show business professionals all over the country just how capable disabled people are.